Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're sort of taking a journey, right, into this really unique cosmic map. It's this detailed spiritual geography you find in certain ancient texts.
Yeah, it's quite something.
And our mission, really, is to unpack these sources. They show this incredibly structured universe.
Yeah.
From the highest heavens all the way down to the deepest pits.
Right. And we want to understand how these realms were set up, who's in them, these powerful figures.
And maybe the purpose behind it all. Because some of it seems pretty surprising when you dig in.
Definitely. It challenges a lot of standard views of creation. These texts, they start by saying time and space itself came from what they call the first and second God.
Distinct roles, maybe. Or aspects.
Exactly. And what's really striking is that this initial act, it wasn't just about making room. It was setting the stage for a cosmos with, well, layers.
Yeah.
Highly stratified.
Okay, so layers. How do they then, build this structure? And who lives there? Where do we even start on this map?
Well, you start at the very top. They talk about an angelic heaven placed right inside this new time and space.
Okay.
The texts actually call this the Holy of Holies. There's a throne, it says, above God's stars on this mountain of assembly in the far north.
Wow, specific.
And above the highest cloud. So right away, you get this sense of divine hierarchy, a sacred center to everything.
But that's not the whole picture, is it? Because from those heights, the texts then take us downwards.
That's right, down to Sheol or Hades, described as like a deep pit, really profound darkness. Maybe even an abyss at the bottom.
A pit? Okay. And who's down there? Is it just, shades or...
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The texts explicitly say Satan is confined within this darkness.
Confined, okay.
But here's the twist, a really profound insight. Within all that darkness, God intentionally placed a realm of light.
Which is?
The Garden of Eden.
Wait, Eden is in or near this darkness, not totally separate.
According to these texts, yes. Adam's creation wasn't just about having someone around, it was strategic, a deliberate act. He was made as a light within that darkness.
To do what?
Specifically tasked to conquer it, to rule over it, a direct challenge to those forces of chaos.
That's powerful. Adam as this single point of light sort of pushed out into the dark.
Yeah, and the texts even mention when God brought light there and when Adam was made to prove the commandment's truth, that the morning stars and sons of God...
Those big celestial beings.
Right, they sang together with joy. They saw the plan.
Okay, so we have the heights, the depths, and this light placed in the darkness. What about the space in between? Like our sky?
The firmament. Crucial element. The sources describe it dividing the waters above, which they call a crystalline expanse.
Yeah.
The glassy sea holding up cherubim thrones.
Okay, waters above the sky.
From the waters below. And this firmament, this space, the air, that becomes a domain where Satan operates. He's called the prince of the power of the air.
That's interesting. And I remember reading that after creating the firmament, the text doesn't say God saw it was good, like on other days.
Exactly. That absence is potentially significant, especially when you think about ongoing cosmic stuff like Noah's flood. The ark rose above those waters below the firmament, didn't it?
Right. So these different waters, this unique firmament.
Yeah.
How do they fit the bigger picture?
Well, from those waters below, eventually dry land emerged, and that's where the word or the seed gets planted.
The seed, meaning?
The ultimate purpose seems to be that images of God, like Adam, like people who are reborn, are meant to conquer and rule over the forces symbolized by things like Tannin and the Leviathan.
Ah, the sea monsters.
Yeah.
Symbols of chaos.
Precisely. Creatures stirring within that firmament and the waters below. And they are explicitly used as symbols for Satan in these texts.
It says God will crush Satan's head, right?
Yeah.
And Leviathan is called king over all the proud.
Yes, almost unmatched, but still sustained by God, which is key. It's this intense cosmic struggle. Satan acts like he created the firmament and the waters below.
Even though he didn't.
Right. God sustains it all. But Satan's constantly stirring things up, disrupting the peace, not just down in Hades, but trying to cause trouble up in the angelic heaven too.
So wrapping this up then, what's the big takeaway from this ancient map? It sounds like a universe designed with a purpose, even the dark parts.
I think that's it. From the highest heaven to the pit where Satan is bound, there's an unfolding plan. You see echoes in things like the Red Sea crossing that symbol of eventual victory when Satan is finally bound in the abyss, and then the lake of fire, where even he ends up praising God, according to these sources.
So this whole deep dive, it really highlights a kind of purposeful design, doesn't it? Even the really tough, challenging elements, they have a place in this grand story. It's built for triumph.
A universe designed for triumph, not just mere existence. Well put.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with maybe something to chew on. If we think about Adam, and maybe by extension us, as these small candles deliberately placed in this huge cosmic darkness with powerful forces at play, how does that change how we see our own purpose, our ability to face challenges, and maybe the light we're supposed to bring into our own world?